Lucy! You made it. God, it's been so long. 7 years, can you believe it?
Indeed. Welcome back. Ah, so this must be the infamous Subject 17. Desmond Miles, was it?
Who are you?
I'm sorry, where are my manners? I'm Sean Hastings. This is Rebecca Crane.
Nice to meet you, Desmond.
Right, well, it's been lovely chatting, but if you don't mind, Desmond, it's best we get straight to work. Time is precious. Doubly so these days.
We've got everything set up and ready, Lucy. Just say the word and we'll get going.
Here, I brought you something. A parting gift from Abstergo.
Whoa! The memory core! This is amazing. With their data, things are gonna go a lot faster. I'll get to work on merging the code. Hey, Desmond. What's up?
Just wondering what your role is in all this.
I take care of Baby. It's my job to keep her up and running.
Baby? You mean the Animus?
Actually, I prefer Animus 2.0, since Baby's twice as awesome as anything you'll find at Abstergo. The Templars might have deeper pockets than us, but they've got no ambition, no passion, no competitive edge. That's why, even with all their resources, anything they can do, I can do better. Faster, too. Anyway, take a seat when you're ready, and we can get started. I just need to make a few more adjustments. Sorry, can't talk now.
Hey, listen. I just wanted to say thank you. And that I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know, before. Everything at Abstergo. It was just... I wasn't ready.
It's okay.
No. Going through all that. Knowing that the Templars still exist, what they're planning.
What's done is done, Desmond. You're here now, and that's what matters.
Lucy, I've been seeing things. Symbols in my bedroom. The code on the keypad. Just like Altair.
It's from the bleeding effect. You're taking on more than your ancestors' memories. You're taking on their skills, too. In this case, eagle vision.
Skills?
You're more receptive now. So if all goes well, everything Acii learns in the Animus, you'll learn too.
You really think this will work? That I'll become an assassin?
You already are an assassin. You'll just be better at it.
Yeah, hopefully much better at it. I mean, seriously, I saw the tapes from Abstergo. You didn't even try and escape.
What a dick.
Maybe it is better to talk to him first.
Sorry, Desmond. I've got some stuff.
He is a dick.
What's all this stuff for?
This stuff, Desmond. Oh, this stuff is nothing special, really, this stuff. It's just the stuff that keeps our entire operation from falling apart, really. It requires a great deal of concentration to keep it all moving, so you'll forgive me if I don't have time to play meet and greet.
Sean's in charge of maintaining our knowledge archives. It's like a digital library. He'll be riding shotgun with me while you're in the Animus. So if you come across anything of note, people, places, events, etc., he'll create database entries you can consult for additional information.
Yeah, it's not just databases, though. I also provide tactical support for the other assassins. You know, Desmond, the ones who are out there.
Oh, so you said
doing
database
stuff,
and she said
risking
database.
their lives, little things like that.
Or the other way around. And also, he didn't just say database, and said database. It's like he was correcting her. But of course you want to see Sean.
Hello, Desmond. Go away.
they have time to watch TV? Do they really have time to watch TV? Well, obviously, I don't need to. This is all going to be stuff that's
So
this is
how does
all
this work?
repeat stuff, so
Of course.
Deep breath.
I can skip.
Ah!
Oh, what are you, a tiny child?
Sean,
Well,
here we go.
Didn't he jab it? Didn't she jab into his arm? Jab the drugs into my leg, yeah. Okay, I was gonna play Ratchet and Clank until I caught up, but I don't need to. This is the Xbox 360 version, which is actually on an Xbox 360. I'm in my bedroom.
Insieme per la vittoria!
Oh, okay.
Insieme! Silenzio, my friends! Silenzio! Grazie. Do you know what brings us here tonight? Honor. Viere de Pazzi slanders my family's name and forces his own miseries upon us. If we...
Enough of your nonsense, Grullo!
Buonasera, Viera. We were just talking about you. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought the Pazzi hired others to do their dirty work.
It's your family that cries for guards when there's trouble, Cotardo. Afraid to handle things yourself?
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
That's standard.
Uccidetelo!
Each of my color range. This is expanded. There'd be a delay on that. Standard. Expanded. That just gives it like a desaturated look. Maybe expand it and then put the saturation up. I just don't know. So down to 720p. That's the default on the Elgato. I assume it's better to have my Elgato on, have it on HD and HD. So this is standard here. You can tell. It looks better with the color. The standard colors. So, okay, so because I had to rearrange my room when I changed my bed frame, we had to move my shelf to the other wall, and therefore I had to move my desk to the right and my TV unit thing. It's really like a bunch of drawers and buckets for toys, I guess. I had it when I was a kid, but I mostly have it with electronic stuff. That went to the right, and the dresser went to the right, and then the shelf went in there, and pushed to the wall so that there's no cords for the cats to get to. But really, it would have been fine, I think. So I can't plug the TV into the wall, the far wall, so I had to put my TV on my bedside table. My lamp on my floor, I had to plug the TV into my power bar, so that's there. And so the Xbox and my 2 laptops are also plugged in there. It works. I had trouble getting the Elgato to, but I think that's because I turned off the Elgato capture stuff. Also, there's something up with my computer, usually when I turn it on, and there's like, not blue screen of death, but a blue screen at the sign-in page. I'll log in, reset the computer, and when it goes back, it's just the standard Microsoft stuff with the backgrounds or whatever. But I keep on resetting it, and it's still a blue screen. I don't know what's going on there. Basically what I had to do, I don't even think I had to unplug everything from the Elgato and replug it in. Basically, I just had to go to the Elgato, the Elgato program, and because it was set to the PS3, I just had to go to Xbox 360, and it found it. It initialized. It found the Xbox 360. Well, it initialized, and it's like, oh, we can't find your PS3. And I was like, there's no PS3. It's Xbox 360. And then I think I just canceled it, so I had to do it again. Xbox 360 was there, so then I went into Elgato, and then I had to change it to Xbox 360 I went into OBS, back into OBS, and I had to change it in there, in the Elgato settings in OBS. And here we are. Okay, so I guess I can move everything over. Be able to see the TV though. Something like this. All these years, I'm finally playing games at night. Almost midnight. Doing lights out at fucking 11. I can get 6 hours of sleep instead of 8. Therapist literally said, don't just go from getting, like a lot of times I'll go to bed at 3 a.m. and 4 hours of sleep is not good enough. And he said, hey, go from 4 hours to 5 hours, and then 5 hours to 6 hours, and then onward if you need to. But my mother said, no, go right to 11. I think that her knows what she's talking about. although she is a therapist and not a physician. So, but she knows more than my insurance broking mother does. Mother is being a mother. My doctor is being a doctor. Go figure. And here we are. Just gonna redo some things, but yeah. Oh, the only difference is really that I kicked a lot of Abstergo ass as Desmond. And he can do this stuff. He can go like this. But he can't counter anyone. Camera's not gonna be the best.
Come, let me send you to hell.
Hey! Behind you! Federico! What are you doing here?
I wanted to see if baby brother had finally learned how to fight.
Oh! And?
You have style. But endurance is what counts. Let's see how many of them you can ruin before they get the best of you.
He's bolting! Stop him! Get away from me!
I ultimately decided on the physics version mostly because of the saving thing. Well, saving thing because I can't back up saves. With the Switch version, at least, I don't know how I would do it. And I don't have any other version. The game is on sale on the PC. Why buy it when I don't need to? It basically looks like this one. It would be another game to put on my laptop where I'd have to uninstall something or a couple of somethings to make room for it. And how would I back up the save? One, I'm not too sure. And now I'm kind of afraid of the other ones. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna have the same problem I did with the other with Assassin's Creed 1. Fuck. I really hope I don't have the same problem with every other Assassin's Creed game. Like, I guess I won't be using the Acii trilogy on the Switch. I'll just be using my physical copies of the 3 games, like the Xbox 360 versions. And as for the rest, well, whatever I have on the PC, I'll use that, but if something goes wrong and I can't end up using them, well, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Now, I was under the impression that you couldn't refund games on Steam if you had them for a certain amount of time. But I think I can refund old games. So I could probably refund Lego Star Wars. Get my money back for that. I might be able to refund Assassin's Creed. Just put in like the notes, same with Star Wars Lego, like, I'm sorry that I didn't refund this earlier. I mean, I could have refunded Assassin's Creed 1 way earlier. Actually, I might have already had it. I don't remember when I got it. I think I got it at the same time as all the other ones. But, here's the thing. And I know that would be, they would just not want, like, why? Say that I can't play them, get my money back, find a Steam key on G2A or one of those other websites cheaper than what I paid for the actual games on Steam, and then get them back. Will Steam come down on me with the ban hammer? Especially now that I've said this on a stream. Not that they're watching this. Lego Star Wars, I definitely want to get my money back for, because I said in the thing about Lego Batman, for one thing, I didn't test out the other 2, but because it was the Lego Batman trilogy, that's what I was getting my money back for. I should have tested out the other 2 and then said I want to get my money back for this, and I'll pay for. No, I guess at that point, if they were literally the same price, it was literally the same price to buy the first Lego Batman game and the trilogy. So I would just keep the first one and hide it. If I didn't need that fucking ridiculous workaround. But I said in there that it's too late to refund that one, but I might be able to refund it. So if I go to refund it, I'll say I was under the impression that I can't refund games that are old that I've had for a while. So in my message about Lego Batman, I said that I'm not able to refund it because it's been too long. I didn't know that I could refund it. Please give me my money back. And it was $5.49. I got it on sale, so but regardless, I want my money back. I put it in my Steam account anyways. So it didn't go back to my bank account. Your mother would be nice. That cut that Acii gets from the rock, it's a scar permanently. Oh well, that's unfortunate. Oh, he goes into the water.
Please, don't kill me. Let me go.
Fall back! Fall back!
Hold on.
What? We've almost won this.
Your lip.
Just a scratch.
Let the doctor decide.
It's not necessary. Besides, I've no money for this doctor of yours.
Wasted it on women and wine, huh?
I'd hardly call it wasted. Lend me some florins then. Or have you done the same?
Search them. There's bound to be something in their pockets.
Date of birth 1456. Well, Federico Altitori. Date of birth 1456. Profession student. Noble. He's a noble. Ezio's older brother and the eldest Altitori. Federico entered the Medici Bank as a clerk when he was 19. However, the bank logs indicate he mostly dicked around rather than actually working. When it goes into detail, on September 17th, 1956, a bag of gold florins went missing. Panic struck the bank. The elder Altitori approached Francesco Sassetti and with a smile revealed the location of the bag, which had been hidden on the rooftop. If you weren't the son of Giovanni Altitori, I'd speak to Lorenzo de Medici and have him put in the stocks. Unsurprisingly, Federico was removed from the bank's payroll shortly after his 20th birthday. Also, that one guy that went over the wall, I can't get his money. Yeah, I should go back. Because now I don't have as much money as I could, because I'm going to get it from all of them. It was Firenze, but the money is Florence, which is similar to the English name of the city, which is Florence. I prefer Firenze, but that's because I'm a dork. No offense to Italians who prefer Firenze. You prefer Firenze because you're Italian. I prefer Firenze because I'm a dork.
Va bene. That should be enough. Let's get out of here before the guards arrive.
Mama! How can one even consider such ungodly acts?
Hurry, Ezio. The sooner we're done with the doctor, the sooner we can sleep.
I don't know how long the other bit was, but still gonna go for a bit longer. Follow Federico to the doctor. Let's see the other guy. I wonder if Federico's an assassin because... or was. And also plague doctor, like... oh, scary.
Ben trovato, doctor.
Fratelli Auditori, why am I not surprised? You've made quite a mess of yourself, young man.
It's nothing, really.
You must help him. That pretty face is his only asset.
Fottiti.
There we are. Now get out of here.
Grazie.
I call him a piece of shit.
This way.
Doctors, Rebecca, that doctor should be able to heal you if you pay him. Diagrams of the human body and the printing press influenced Renaissance medicine greatly, which had in turn been influenced by Arabic medicine during the Middle Ages. By the 15th century, science had already begun its slow climb toward becoming more relevant than spirituality in the field of healthcare. However, many people stubbornly clung to the old ways, visiting local mystics instead of doctors. After the plague ravaged Europe in 1350, many doctors dressed in special plague gear to treat patients. To prevent contamination, they wore a cape coated in wax and a primitive gas mask in the shape of a beak. Why? Why is it in the shape of a beak? Why are they birds?
Quite a night.
Indeed. I only wish they were all as much fun. Oh, wait. They are.
Florence, yeah. trees. Waiting on trees. Date of birth 1459. Student. Nope. In a diary from 1474, Maria Altitori, one of the great Florentine chroniclers, and Ezio's mother, describes her son as competitive, stubborn, and loud-mouthed, but so passionate that it is impossible to fault him for anything. He placed the city guard by several noble patrons seemed to suggest he was also something of a womanizer. Tutored by the great banker Giovanni, no, different Giovanni, Tornabuoni, I'm sorry, Italians. Scusa? Sorry. Ezio's school records ceased around age 17, at which point his name is connected with some terrible crime. Okay, did he, do some sexually assaulting, or did he murder someone? He doesn't know that he's an assassin. Or that his father's an assassin. Ow! It is impossible to discern what it could be from the records. There's a very little here, but afterward, Ezio drops out of history entirely, as if he never existed. Firenze. Founded by Julius Caesar in 59 BCE, Florentia, as it was called by the Romans, quickly became a center of... called by the Romans. But then the Italians called it, I guess they're Italian. It wasn't really Italy until after World War II, I think. Like, it wasn't officially the country of Italy. It was kind of like, Italy. The Kingdom of Italy, but it was unofficially Italy. Something like that. So it was Florentia, not Firenze. So why was it? So it's Florence because it's Florentia by the Romans, but the later Italians called it Firenze. Founded by Julius Caesar in 59 BC, Florentia, as it was Florentia, as it was called by the Romans, quickly became a center of commerce. After the sacking of Rome in the 5th century, the Ostrogoths took over. Under their rule, the city was constantly under attack from the Byzantines, who sent the population below 1,000. The Lombards came to power in the 6th century, ending the Byzantine assaults. Florence grew to the population of 80,000 in the 14th century, of which 25,000 were working in the wool industry. In 1378, a major revolt of the lower class led to the wool combers rising and seizing the government of the city. Their progressive, radical democracy lasted for less than 2 months before the upper classes seized control once more. The revolt so terrified the rich that a century later it was still discussed in hushed tones, much as the 1960s hippie movement is today. Is that why the sexual revolution has been reversed? Sort of. The Albizzi family became the de facto rulers after the revolt. Worried about the rise of the Medici family, who were newly rich bankers rapidly gaining influence in Florence, Maso and Rinaldo Albizzi imprisoned Cosimo de' Medici and exiled him in 1433. But Cosimo gained influence behind the scenes and rose to power in 1434, exiling the entire Albizzi family except for Luca. Not Lucia, that's Lucrezia, that's later. Who had been loyal to Cosimo. Luca Albiza, Albizi joined the Signora, the ruling body of Signoria, the ruling body of Florence, as Gonfalonier, succeeding Cosimo's old friend. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ilario Auditori in 1442. I'm assuming the entire Auditori family is not real, but everything else is real. So, I'm assuming the bit at the bottom is not true, like succeeding Cosimo's old friend, Ilario Auditori. I'm sure there are people named Auditori, but I don't know what is actual history and what is not. I will learn one day. I'll really try to fucking listen to my fucking audiobooks and finish Greek and Roman and Egyptian history and try to get some of those out of the way and historical Jesus and everything, and finally finish the fucking Mortality Key, because I'm on the last chapter. But I haven't listened to an audiobook in a long time. Months. The Medici family, which built impressive public buildings and supported such luminaries as Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Botticelli. The Renaissance began with Florence securely at its center. Oh, I didn't know that. San Giovanni district. San Giovanni was named after St. John the Baptist. San Giovanni. So Giovanni is the Italian version of the name John? The patron saint of Florence. It is the oldest area of the city and the center of administration, encompassing the Palazzo della Signora. If big churches are your thing, head to Santa Maria del Fiore on the northern edge. It's one with a gigantic dome. So it literally is like he's playing a video game. Like he actually gets to explore the city. So like you're in your ancestors' memory, but you can fucking dick around. I was just gonna say dick around, but I said fuck. You can fuck around. Yeah, fuck around. Ponte Vecchio. This famous bridge spans the Arno at its lowest point, narrowest point. The original version was presumably constructed by the Romans, but the first records only appear in 996. Two previous incarnations of the bridge were swept away in floods before the present structure was built in 1345. The lower was built at the southeastern corner to defend it. A tower, sorry. The bridge consists of three segmental arches. It has always had shops lining the central passageway, a feature which seems extraordinary now, but was common during the Renaissance. Extraordinary now, but was common during the Renaissance. Okie doke. Oh, is my voice is not loud enough. There it is. At first, butchers took up residence there, but over time they were pushed out by jewelers, souvenir shops, and creepy teenagers chaining locks to the bridge's railing and throwing the keys in the river in bid for external love. What? Why is that creepy? Creepy teenagers chaining locks to the bridge's railing and throwing the keys into the river in a bid for external love. Not realizing that the locks will be cut off later that day by a disgruntled polizia. Everlasting indeed. What makes that creepy? Oh no, they fucking chained a lock to a bridge. So fucking creepy. Constructed over an Santa Trinita? Holy Trinity. Constructed over an existing church in 1258, Santa Trinita Holy Trinity, known for its Sassetti Chapel. Okay, I really want to go to Rome now, or not Rome, but just Italy. I want to go to Florence for this very reason. Italy in general, which is decorated with frescoes of the life of Saint Francis by Domenico Ghirlandaio, a painter most famous for his brief role, is one of Michelangelo's teachers. Santa Trinita was the mother church of the Vallombrosan order of monks, a very serious group that strictly enforced both poverty and silence for life. Despite the beauty of the Santa Trinita frescoes, very few Vallombrosan monks are likely to have seen them, on account of the fact that the monks received beatings for going outside their monasteries. How lovely. People. Patience. The truth. User manual. Contacts. One of the contacts is himself. Myself. The person that you're playing as.
We should head home, Ezio. Father's sure to be wondering where we've gone.
Yes. And I'd rather avoid a lecture.
Up for a little race, then?
To where?
Roof of that church.
This is Renaissance Italy. Renaissance Italy, not like Rome. I want an Assassin's Creed game set in, like, the Roman Empire. Pre-Catholicism, pre-Christianity, Roman Empire, the good old days. Win the race against Federico. Not that the Roman/Greek gods were that wonderful. You know, raping people, raping women. Raping Medusa, and then a goddess cursing her for being raped. You know, Athena's not good. I don't know if there's like the Romans had the same myth about Medusa. If all the myths and characters just copied over. Meaning, like, they believed or knew, so to speak, that Neptune raped Medusa in Minerva's temple, and Minerva punished Medusa for being raped and turned her into a Gorgon, and then turned her sisters into Gorgons just by association. Not only was she was raped, she didn't just, go in there and have sex with Neptune or Poseidon. She was raped, so she had sex against her will, or she not had sex against her will. She had sex forced upon her by a god, meaning he thought, I'm a god, so this isn't bad. Which means that, you know, Medusa didn't believe that him being a god gave him the right to fuck her. And he didn't want to fuck Poseidon. You see, there's one thing. Why didn't she want to fuck Poseidon? Because he's Poseidon doesn't mean she has to. Or she should want to. Should stop making my fucking neck. Making it worse. Ease up. And I eat it. Let's cut some cheese and bring it up to bed. Have some smoothie and bring some cheese to bed. And of course, I can't fucking do anything at the counter without my cats going on the counter, and I have to constantly be like, get off the counter. During the day, I can yell at them, but at night, I can't. It's been an hour. I've been talking, I've been reading entries and stuff. Oh, I went through the courtesans, so therefore I got an entry. Courtesans are hookers, right? Courtesans, those girls are definitely available for hire, but you can use them as moving cover. In fact, try send them to tempt unwanted guards. Okay, I can't tell if Becca is a country. Well, years later, but prostitution was one of the most popular occupations for Renaissance women. Is it Renaissance or Renaissance? Because I know that in How I Met Your Mother, Ted is a dork, and he says Renaissance. But is it Renaissance or Renaissance? Prostitution was one of the most popular occupations for Renaissance women, whose other option in most cases were staying with their families or living in a convent. Italian society supported prostitution, and many brothels were regulated by the government. So there you go, that actually is a good thing. At the end of the 15th century, cities started to pass laws against prostitution, forcing courtesans to wear specific outfits and separating them from respected society. Yep, and that's how they got grosser and grosser. And nowadays, nowadays, they're kind of back to being like this. But because people respecting sex workers more and more. But, you know, there's still dirty hookers on the street. Whereas at this time, there wouldn't have been any gross prostitutes. They would have been clean. Well, clean-ish. There are clean prostitutes now, they're just more expensive. And it's not regulated by the government, but I mean, nowadays there's like OnlyFans and the porn industry and everything. I mean, it's getting to the point where girls turn 18 and immediately make a OnlyFans account, and they don't care. They sell photos of their feet or whatever makes the most money, and they can just make shit ton of money off of that. and not have to go to college or do anything else. And that's not a problem per se, but if a majority of girls are becoming women and doing that, then that is a problem, because then there's no women in any other industries. And then, you know, you have feminism, or basically pseudo-feminists, complaining that there's not women in certain industries, but they can't really complain when a lot of women are not going into those industries. It's not that they can't, it's that they don't want to, because playing with themselves on the internet and making a shit ton of money is better, is easier. They don't have to do as much. So why would they go into science or STEM fields, or science, technology, education, math? Is that what that is? Or engineering, mathematics? Something like that, or the trades, or the arts, or anything like that, when they can just finger themselves, play with their tits, you know, dildo, whatever. You go on fucking OnlyFans or like Chatterbait, and there's so many men, women who are trans. So trans women. When I said women, I meant cis women. There are women, or at least there's one woman on TikTok, a trans woman, who says, "I'm not a woman, I'm a trans woman." And she was talking to a cis woman who says that she calls herself a natural born woman. But I feel like that's more transphobic than saying, "I'm just a woman." I don't know. It's not up to me to say what's transphobic, other than the only people who can say what's transphobic are trans people. Sort of, maybe, you know, like if they're being unreasonable, then yeah. If people are being unreasonable about what's racist, then yeah. Technically, racism is the belief that your race is superior, just like sexism is the belief that your sex is superior, or that a sex is superior. Racism is the belief that a race is superior. So if a white person says black people are superior, or Hispanic people are superior, like Latin Americans, or like Mayans, that's what I mean. Like, not Spanish isn't from Spain, because they're white. White European is what I mean by white. Just because people who are not white just clump white people into one thing, and they're the bad guys. Yeah. But I think Spaniards are different with them. I don't know. They would hate French people, British people, Canadians, and Americans who are white. Italians, Greeks. Are Greeks considered white, or are they just considered Mediterranean? The Med is like closer to the Middle East, right? It's European geography, man. I don't know. Yeah, definitely made the right. I think I made the right choice with preferring this version. There's two different channels, and it's the same dude. And but he has a comparison of this game that's later. That was in 2023 rather than 2022, and it's more in depth and it seems like it's like the models look better in this version, the PS3 version, and the PC version, but the environments look a little better or look better or just different and differently detailed. They seem more detailed, but this looks alright. In the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PS5 versions, but like there's no shadows, but not because they're not present, but because the environment is darker, and it's definitely the environment, like the textures look better, but they're also different. I don't know. I think the environments look better in that version, but the characters look better in this version. Hey, I think something fucked up. Oh boy. Did I fuck up? Do you have to go this way and...
All who... need aid are welcome here. Come, don't be shy. I only aim to prima di domani.
I wanted that to happen.
On the count of three. Uno, due.
All who need aid are welcome.
Baby brother still has much to learn.
I almost feel bad about this. Ah, no shame in failure, brother.
Come on then, this way.
That was
Where you
difficult.
going?
You'll see. It is a good life we lead, brother.
The best. May it never change.
And may it never change us.
Yeah, about that. Assassin's Creed 2. One of the greatest games ever made. There's a video on YouTube that says Ezio did not need a trilogy. And it's not to say that
Alright. Enough of that. We really should.
That the games are bad. He doesn't so much like Revelations. I think he likes Brotherhood the most, like most people. But he doesn't. I didn't watch the whole video. I didn't watch the video really at all. But you know, basically, he doesn't think that Ezio deserved or needed trilogy. Maybe he deserves a trilogy, but he didn't need a trilogy. I think he could have done with just the 2 games. I think giving him another game would have been all right. I think Altair serves another game. Connor, maybe. The Haywards, he's Hayward or whatever it is, Hatham. Maybe. And beyond that, I'm not too sure. Because I'm not too sure of who it is. I was on, I guess I was looking for the comparison of the games, and they were like, is Bahim or whatever the Muslim guy is that appeared in Valhalla and then got his own game. Well, Altair is a Muslim as well. Well, maybe. Not by the end. Is he stronger than Ezio? And they're like, no. Not stronger than any of them, really. And basically what it was that it said that Connor is a superhuman. That's sarcasm, but basically he was overpowered. Probably because he's native and they didn't want him to seem underpowered. So they overcorrected by making him overpowered. And something that irritates me, like, okay, you know, they had people actually speaking the native tongues. But for me, like, watching, or, no, I guess it's watching. I don't know if it's a rewatch. I don't remember if I've seen it before. No, I don't think I've seen it before. Steven plays, Let's Play of Assassin's Creed 3. I miss a lot of the dialogue between the natives, like him talking to the elder and his buddy, because I'm not watching the screen and reading everything they have to say. I'd have to keep on going back and reading everything they have to say, because they had people actually speaking the native tongue instead of translating it, instead of the animus translating it, which doesn't make that much sense, but it's so that they could have people speaking native tongues. But all the Arabic people, they didn't want to keep their languages. They didn't want to keep the Italians. No one else gets respected in the same way as the natives, because they're overcorrecting or, you know, sucking on native dicks a little bit. You know, they're touching on they're doing the American Revolution, so it's touchy subjects, so they have people actually speak in the native languages. Maybe it's just because it's cool to hear it, but people are as, you know, obsessed. Well, they're obsessed with anything that's not white. So Italians are white. I'm not saying Italians aren't white. That was a thing where Irish and Italians weren't considered white. They're white if they want to be. But Arabic people don't get the same treatment. Maybe they do in the later games. But, and what about the Egyptians in Origins? Like, the anime should translate. It's like the TARDIS. But, you know, I would have liked to hear more Italian, more Arabic, more French in the later game, I assume. The one that's set in France or wherever doesn't have that much French. I don't know.
Head home. Let's go.
Wait.
What? Ezio, let Christina sleep.
There will be time enough for that. Later.
Ah.
Yes, surprise visit to the beautiful Christina Vespucci. Vespucci. There's a beach named after that in a fictional universe. I mean, this is fictional, but is Christina Vespucci a real person? Jesus Christ, man.
So it's Vieri. I better hide.
Hazo?
Keep looking!
That's fucked.
He couldn't have gotten far!
Palazzo Auditori, is that a real place? I don't know. Palazzo Strozzi. Were the auditories even real? The Auditori family simply never existed. I'm sure there were auditories at some point. People named that. Real-life counterpart, given location and architecture of the Palazzo Auditore, would be the Palazzo Strozzi. Okay. And was built by a rich merchant named Filippo Strozzi, and he didn't get along with the Medici. And the Villa di Maiano is the Villa Auditore, which you'll see. So that's the thing. Like that. Okay. Completed in 1473, the Palazzo Auditore is notable for its rusticated stonework and Roman pilasters. Giovanni Auditore designed the palazzo himself, based on the initial sketches by Leone Battista Alberti. So who's that? Is that a real person? Once built, the palazzo became a fixture of the Santa Maria Novella district. Lorenzo de' Medici mentioned in a letter addressed to Giovanni dated 1474 that he admired the facade's lack of ostentation. But I do want to see. Luca Albizzi. Lucy Stillman. I love how that actually happened like that. It knows I'm looking up Assassin's Creed things. Luca Albizzi. Wow. Rivals of the Medici and Alberti families. Ow! Under Cosimo de' Medici, yeah. There you go. Kingdom of Italy, yeah. Italy. Yeah, Prussia was German state of Prussia. Wait, didn't Prussia turn into Russia? It says the kingdom Prussia continued to rise to power, especially during the reign of Frederick II the Great. Frederick the Great was instrumental in starting the 7 Years' War, holding his own against Austria, Russia, France, and Sweden. The guilds played a central role, yeah, the guilds of Florence. Thieves Guild. Giovanna. There was no Ilario Auditory, right? I'm assuming that's Ilario. Ilario. Yes, they kind of just invented people around real life history.
Hey! Basta! Basta!
Christina! Christina!
Who's there?
Me!
Oh, it's you. I should have known.
May I come in?
Fine, but...
I used to think, like, I love how Google shows how faithful. Sorry. Never mind. The problem is that Christine is portrayed as Ezio's true love, but the man isn't even faithful to her from the start. Even shortly after his family dies, he smiles at the compliments Paolo's courtesans give him, which is itself shortly after the second Christina mission. So smiling at the compliments a woman gives you is considered being unfaithful? Holy fuck. Was this written by a woman? Probably. Only a woman would act like that. Hey, buddy. Oh, give me kisses. I set my nap. Probably going to bed soon, but yeah. My boy. You like the butt scratches. Earlier when I came up and got my cheese and my smoothie, and they were on they were on my backpack or on my laptop case, and he was licking his sister's butthole, and I'm like, Jack, stop licking your sister's butthole. And I'm thinking, like, if I said that on, like, just, if I said that, like, on a stream, and someone didn't know, oh, put your butt right in my face. No, I didn't. Wasn't saying I'm gonna lick your butthole.
Come here.
She's pretty.
Oh, it's you.
Licking my nose. Why do you like licking my nose? Do my burgers taste good? Like, oh, Ezio.
Christina! Christina! Svelia! Your tutor will be here soon. Come, my daughter. Is it really so terrible that... Figlio d'un cane! What is this?
Figlio d'un cane.
Perdonate, messere! Chiedo venia!
I'll kill you!
No, that's not necessary.
Guards! Guards! Voglio la sua testa!
What, for having sex with your daughter?
There's really no need for violence. You have me confused with someone else. She needed some help with some things. I'm mostly innocent.
Got to get out of here.
Run! Run!
Your claws are getting sharp again, buddy. Okay, well, I suppose I can just end it here, because it's been a while. So that's going to be it for this first episode of Let's Play Assassin's Creed 2. My cat is licking my face again. Oh. Now he's on me. If you liked the episode or videos, hit like. If you really liked it or them, and subscribe if you want to. And haven't done that already. Comment and share, hit the bell to be notified when I upload. Check out the links in the description, or descriptions to whatever else you need to do, want to do, wherever else I may have uploaded this, wherever else you may be watching it. Future if not watching on YouTube. Also, okay, if you liked the episode or videos, hit like if you really liked it or them, then subscribe if you want to, and haven't done that already. Comment and share, hit the bell to be notified when I upload. Check out the links in the description or descriptions. Favorite the video and put it in a playlist. Do whatever else you need to do, want to do, wherever else I may have uploaded this, wherever else you may be watching it in the future if not watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I'm Anti-HyperLink. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, shoes.